everybody, my name is Jenna and today I am doing my November wrap up and my December TBR. So I just want to take like a super moment for a second because December TBR? What? Like as in the last month of the year December TBR? So that's terrifying. Where did this year go? Oh my goodness. Next thing I know I'm going to be doing my January 2017 TBR and it's just, I don't think I'm going to cope in that video. I think it could be me just like freaking out the entire time. But let's start off with the November wrap up. So in November I read 3 books and technically one of them wasn't really a book and I blame all that on a certain movie that came out this month and I will explain why when I get to it. I also barely stuck to my November TBR at all because I bought a lot of books this month. Like I bought a heap of books in November and then of course I went to Supernova. I think altogether I ended up buying like 18 or 20 books or something ridiculous this month. So because of that my TBR didn't really get stuck to. So the first book that I read in November was actually the only one I read that was from my TBR and that was The Fever Code by James Dashner. Now I have a full book talk of this one which I will leave linked in the description box below if you want to check out my more deeper thoughts on it. It's full of spoilers though, so maybe only check that one out if you've actually read this book. Basically The Fever Code is the prequel to the Maze Runner trilogy and it is the prequel we have all been asking for. I mean, it is about Thomas and the Gladys and how the maze came to be. It gave us all the answers. It was brilliant. It was the only Maze Runner book that I really thoroughly, truly 100% enjoyed and for that reason I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. The second book I read this month was Our Chemical Hearts by Crystal Sutherland. Now this one was recommended to me by my cousin because she actually went to school with the author, so thank you very much Melissa for recommending that I read this one. I also have a spoiler-free review of this one which I will leave linked in the description box below if you want to hear my deeper thoughts on it. But basically this book is about a boy called Henry Page. It is about him falling in love for the first time because he's never sort of been interested in any of that until Gracetown moves to his school and she is sort of one of these mysteries wrapped in an enigma sort of things and he falls in love with her and has to try and solve the mystery of Gracetown. It wasn't a bad book. I really did enjoy it. I just personally didn't connect with any of the characters and so for that reason I only gave this book a 3 out of 5 stars. And then the last book I read this month is not really a book at all and that is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the original screenplay by J.K. Rowling. So I am completely 100% obsessed with this book / movie now. I have a full movie review which I will also leave linked in the description box below if you want to check that one out. Basically it's a kind of book review because I sort of hold up the screenplay but I'm really talking about the film. This book / movie / screenplay, I'm just gonna call it a movie. This movie was like the best thing ever and this screenplay was incredible because yes it was like the actual screenplay but it meant that because of it I was able to sort of figure out which creatures were which. I was able to see sort of more in depth the relationship between Graves and Credence because we all know by now that Graves is my like ultimate favorite character, like actually obsessed with him by now, so you know what are you gonna do. And this book / movie / screenplay is the reason why I have only read 3 books this month and that is because after seeing the film I have read literally nothing but Graves and Credence fanfiction. Like it's really bad but all I have done is go through. I have read every piece of Credence and Graves fanfiction that is on the internet. I have read it because I love it so much. Their relationship was so intriguing to me and I just I have a problem. So those were the only 3 books that I read in November. I didn't have a great reading month but I mean I'm happy with it. I was also participating in NaNoWriMo last month so I didn't really have much chance to read anyway. But now let's hop into the books that I'm planning on reading in December. Now before I get started though I just want to say that I am working a ridiculous amount in December. I think I only have like 5 days off or something ridiculous like that. So I'm not really sure how much reading I'm going to be able to get done. So I've only put 3 books on my TBR this month mainly because I want to finish them. It's been too long now and now I've started, I have to finish them. So I'm actually talking about a series and that series is the Infernal Devices trilogy by Cassandra Clare. This includes Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince and Clockwork Princess. So I've actually started reading Clockwork Angel. I'm like 126 pages in and honestly I am not as enthralled with it as everybody said that I would. Everyone says that this series is amazing. A lot of people like this series more than they like the Mortal Instruments but personally so far in these first 126 pages I haven't seen that yet. I'm so confused by what's going on. I have one character that I actually like out of all of these characters and it ain't Tessa and it also is not Will Herondale for everyone who's like a Will Herondale obsessed person. So I don't know if that's going to get better as the series goes on. I'm assuming that that it would because no one would be as obsessed with it if it wasn't good. I'm really hoping that I'm not disappointed with it because I've waited so long to read it, and I'm thinking maybe that's the reason why I'm not enjoying it, but I'm determined to finish this series in the month of December. So there we go, I'm only planning on reading 3 books in December. Hopefully, of course, I will be reading more. I know there's a book coming out on the 6th of December that I am super, super, super excited for. That is the 4th book in the 100 series. I was gonna say trilogy because originally it was, and I love those books. I love the TV show, so hopefully I'm gonna get my hands on that one and read that one as well this month. But I'm not making any promises. For now, those are the only books that I am determined to read. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what you read in November and what you're planning on reading in December. Also, let me know your thoughts on the fact that it is now like December. I mean, I can't get over that. It's too soon for this year to be ending. It just is. So much has happened this year. A lot of really amazing people have died this year though, so maybe it's not such a bad thing that we're moving on to 2017. If you like this video, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing. Stay random. Bye.